Okay, here we are. Show 27A, second attempt of Into the Cubieverse. And we are live. So I'm looking here and okay, sound seems like it's come through okay maybe. Hey, so my week in the Cubieverse was pretty good. I had a lot of luck in the auction house this week. I was able to get two blue cubies came up, two separate cubies. They never come up, and then I was able to grab them both. The first one I grabbed for about 12,000. I just threw one bid on it. It was mine. Like 20 minutes later, or 10 minutes later, or after more than 10 minutes, after 20 minutes at least. And then I noted I was excited about that. I did a search, and there's another one up which never comes up, and watched that one and grabbed that for 26,000. So I was um, really happy about that. That's that's amazing. They never come up, and as they say, they're in-game souls. So whoever sold those souls, very happy to have your souls, and look forward to sacrificing them sometime in the future. So, how about you, Lionheart? How's your week? Actually, I just told myself I'm talking Lionheart for so long, but let me go. Let's go Magic Dragon. Over the season.
Atrocities again. Well, this is a bummer.
Uh, I tested this, and you guys are working just fine before. Um, Okay, wait, I know. I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, I can still hear you guys.
Probably hear
There's
you right
there
now.
has there have been I had a new phone update last week. Wonder
Okay.
if anything changed with the settings
Okay.
for streaming from Discord to YouTube.
Hmm.
They can hear you now. They just can't see you guys.
And
So
here all.
just
Well, I don't need to look at our ugly mugs.
Good. I'm having a bad hair day, so
Yeah.
so keep talking, and I'm gonna work on the.
well, if they can hear us, that's fine. That's all we need.
Okay. Well then, yeah. Why don't you just
Okay,
re-shamble your week in the
oh,
Cubieverse?
my week in the Cubieverse was better than it had been the week before. When we were in Missouri, I was falling behind. So I finished Adventure Road with 2 hours and 3 minutes left on the clock, which was, that's a lot of time for me still. I've been closer, but I've always finished it since they started it. So I was happy about that. Uh, Hit and miss with the Discord and the Buddy Quest, so that didn't work out, unfortunately. But the message popped up 3 days later in Discord where there was no message saying, "Hi, you want to do it tomorrow?" Which was 2 days after I'd canceled the request already. So,
Oh man.
I
uh,
hate I hate when that happens. It's not the first time
pardon?
I hate when that happens. That's not the first time I've seen that happen. Where
Yeah.
you go into it and say, or like often it'll be like, hey, if I haven't heard from you in like it's been 20 a certain amount of time, if I don't hear from you in another 2 hours, I'm canceling it, and then like 6 hours later you cancel it, and then 6 hours later, hey, I'm finally getting around to this. Like, dude, like
Yeah,
Hmm.
what is going on?
yeah. Unfortunately, the message was dated 3 days before it arrived in my Discord. So it was like he sent a message as well as the shout out I did on the Discord channel, but we never connected with each other in either way. So it was unfortunate. Uh, the last thing for my week, what just happened 30 minutes ago, I won a yellow dragon in the auction house for
That's sweet.
46,410 cubic coins.
That's nice. Do you have all the dragons, or is that your
No,
second epic?
I don't have them all. I don't think I have another one. I might have one staffing a trade shack or something. Can't. No, I got a gingerbread man on my green vault. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Do you
think
have the jade dragon? You would have the jade dragon
I
though,
have
right?
Jade Dragon and I have the Baby Dragon. Now I have the Yellow Dragon. I think those are the only three I have actually.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
that's pretty cool.
But
or
I still got a million or so cubic coins, so I'm looking to buy if anyone wants to put some up. Cheap, cheapish, but reasonable. I'll pay for them.
Hmm.
I almost just hit the buy it now price uh, on the Yellow Dragon. It was like 59,000. I thought it was gonna be a big run at the end, but luckily I got in. I made two bids on it, thinking it was gonna end just after 8 o'clock tonight. But my second bid won it, so that was nice.
Nice.
yeah, I got the yellow dragon a month ago for 60,000. So
Oh,
you got a good deal for sure.
there's another one in the auction house right now.
So
It was literally going for. It was somewhere around there as well. I think 42 or so thousand. I can't remember how many days it had left though.
yeah, it feels like the
And I
prices
was looking to pick up another one.
feels like the prices are coming down the auction house. Like it seems like there's a bit of less activity, and pricing is coming down. So
Yeah, well, I think we're running out of cubic coins, right?
yeah, well that's what we'd said. So
yeah, back to our show on economics. If you want to go look at game economics, we predicted atrocities. The math man, the numbers guy, he knew this was going to be happening. So, anyway,
Yeah. Do you think any mention of like NFTs might have something to do with it? Maybe people are waiting on that.
perhaps.
Get ready to start trading in NFTs. I don't know. That was just a quick mention, though. I heard in Hunter's Lodge.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, Lionheart.
How was your week? How was your month?
Yeah,
it's decent month. I've been off for quite a while. Just one sec, guys. I got a little bit of reverb.
Oh man. I can
hear my own voice. That's terrible. Oh,
it's better
since you took the headphone off.
put mute on.
Yeah,
I can hear what's going on. So I got the fire dragon as well a little while ago for 70,000. So
nice.
So that was good. So I got all the dragons now, and I'm going to say that the necromancer has come down. It was 200, 150. I think it's around 100,000 or so these days. So that's that's showing you the prices coming down because that's always been the more expensive one, right?
Yeah.
I think I bought mine maybe a month ago. Yeah, I think Lionheart was here still, and I think I got it for 92,000.
Right.
I felt pretty good about that. It ended at a weird time though, like 3 in the morning or something, and I don't have a sleep schedule, so I was lucky to get it.
Yeah,
well, I'll try talking again here. I can definitely hear myself. Back in my headphones. I don't know. Can you guys hear it at the other end? I can hear you double the time as well.
Yeah,
I try disconnecting my headphones. Back up 10 inches from here.
It's all echoey.
Into the
Cubieverse. Now it's sound effect.
I don't understand how it's getting worse.
I
don't know either.
So we have this worked out. I spent some time working on a bunch of stuff today, and yeah. Anyways, try now.
Alright,
can you guys hear me in the double speak?
Yeah.
There's the double speak again.
Oh, not on this end this time.
No,
can't hear it.
No.
Seems like you're good.
It's good now.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll try talking still then.
Okay.
You are. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How was your month in the Cubieverse, Lionheart? And then what are comments saying? They're all echoing.
It's
echoing again. Oh my goodness.
Well,
turn your phone camera back the other direction again.
It was clear then. That's when I had this turned off.
Oh, that's better.
Okay.
Well,
that's totally clear.
No,
there's your echo. I heard my echo, but I didn't hear any from you.
Maybe we
should just do some yodeling instead.
no, I think that we'll lose people super quick on that. We'll lose people super quick if we go yodeling. So absolutely not.
Okay.
So how's that?
Seems like you're okay.
I don't think I'm. Nope, there's me.
All right. Well, maybe you just take off the headset and and talk.
Okay. Yeah. Just.
And lift it up when we have something to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm talking just straight through my phone.
Do you have like the YouTube up yourself?
What's that? Sorry.
Do you have YouTube up? Is YouTube open?
Do you have YouTube on?
Yeah, I have it on a different device, but the volume's turned off.
It seems great right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just went straight to just to my phone, not using Bluetooth at all on anything. So maybe it's just my headset, but now I can't hear you guys on my phone.
I just turned my video off as well. Hopefully, we're just having a talking show. Lionheart?
Okay, yeah. No, you haven't lost me. I was just messing around with my speaker settings.
Okay.
Yeah, things are looking good on this end here.
Okay, you don't have much of an echo then?
I'm only getting...
No, it's good right now.
Okay. 1 second there. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this again. My month in the Cubieverse, if they're still good.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, getting back on track. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully everything's good there. We'll just watch the comments. Yeah, so I've been away for quite a while. I don't know if everyone was really following much. I was in the Philippines. So I took a few shows off beforehand, just getting ready and get my family there. But in the meantime, in the start of July, I just crushed Adventure Road. So I had that done, I think, in 14 days, which is the quickest I've ever done Adventure Road. And that's again just living in a small little town, but I've heard from Atrocities that he's jealous of our vault density as far as blues go.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I was able to get Adventure Road done there. And then went off to the Philippines. And when I landed there, got hit with the warning from Bell that I'd be at $16 a day for my mobility, and it was 3 in the morning. So everyone had been awake a long time, just waiting for our plane to land. And just meeting their grandson and my son. Seeing their daughter who had been in 5 years, so I wasn't asking anyone to make a detour in the city to go check out the yellow vault situation or to see if there was a crane on the go. So I just kind of left it until I had more details about connecting to mobility until we got back into where we're going, which is down in Magdalena. So I can see on YouTube there that Atrocities has brought up the map. If you zoom in to that yellow crane there and keep zooming in a bit more until we can see a bit, and scroll down. Down where it says Paranaque, actually, you scroll back in a bit, that's what that part. But down where it says the bit Passé there, is where the airport is. Yeah, it'll be just down where Paranaque is, so I think that's the airport right there. So I actually would have to go north into the city just in order to go check out that Cubie crane situation. Like I said, it was like 3:25 in the morning. So I wasn't asking anyone to do that. So we headed south down towards my in-laws, and it's just wrapping all around that bay there that is on the right. If you just follow that water straight down, I didn't even know those trade shacks were there. Otherwise, I might have turned my phone on and lit them right up. Did you see over to the right where it says Santa Cruz? There's a print shop. If you scroll back out again, you went in, zoomed in. Over at Santa Cruz, that's basically where I was staying, right where that print shop is below Santa Cruz on the right. If you take your mouse cursor straight over to the right, that print shop there. But
okay.
Yeah, I would have definitely checked out those trade shacks if I knew that they were there. But as you can see, there isn't too much built up in the Philippines. Like, you do have the POI fill, like that was pretty nice. Like, even staying down in Magdalena, there was still blue vaults and white vaults, but no green vaults around. No one had been playing. It's like it's rural countryside, if you will, like rice fields and whatnot. So definitely in Manila, though, you can see there was green vaults up there. They got a bunch of trade shacks on the go. So it looks like people are playing and contributing. I would have loved to stop by that Cubie to make a donation, but it just wasn't on the agenda for my trip to the Philippines, because even heading back on the day that I left, again, the airport is south of the city. We gave ourselves 4 hours of travel for what should have been a 2-hour drive. And I got there just about 30 minutes before I wanted to be there, with my 3-hour window. So traffic was insane on the Friday that I left that day. And I felt, sketchy just even stopping for food with how close we were getting on my window time to leave, right? Yeah. So I wasn't able to really do much of the hunting in Manila, but it looks like it's built up pretty nicely. Like, if someone was going to take a visit to the city itself, and it's an awesome city. Like, there's a lot to do. They have an amazing, huge mall, like the Asia Mall. I've been there many times. I think that's over where the crane actually is. But you could definitely meet up with some active players there and see what's going on and hit their greens and help contribute to the Cubie crane there in Manila. As far as other Cubie cranes, though, there are other Cubie cranes in all of the Philippines. I think they got like 5 or 6, and someone had reached out before my trip. I think it was Belmac was down in the Philippines, and I wasn't able to touch base with them to see if they had hit any of the Cubie cranes in it, but I just don't think there are any fully constructed yellow bolts right now.
Yeah, it looks like there's the two Cubie cranes here, huh? Still meeting up.
One in Quezon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's both. That would be the like for us here in Ontario, that'd be the equivalent of having one in Mississauga and one in downtown Toronto. Because all of that's part of like the greater Manila area.
Yeah, and it looks like it's showing there's 4 trade shacks and 1 vending machine in the area. Were you able to? I assume you weren't able to get to the vending machine either.
No, I wasn't able to find a vending machine at all to try and export.
Yeah.
So there was none in my wife's vending.
Yeah, based on our experience in when we went to the States, you wouldn't have been able to use anything from the vending machine to export unless they've changed it since. For sure. Question for you: did you moved your headquarters there?
I did. Absolutely.
What does your adventure road look like for this month?
It was actually just all the Canadian, so just the Canadian states.
Right.
Because I was wondering if I would get Philippine states or not. But I think I remember seeing somewhere in the Discord that someone had asked, and it was the devs or Illusion Weaver said, no, like you're going to get the stamps where your base of operations is. But to to that note, like, the coffee shop was released while I was in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And that caused a point of confusion for me because I didn't know, like, if I would be dipping with my headquarters in the Philippines, would I be dipping into their country's supply or would I be dipping into Canada's supply? And I didn't want to like mess anything up or lose out on my blueprint or have it taken away or some sort of bug issue if I went to go place it.
Yeah.
So I asked in Discord, and Illusion Weaver actually responded to me and said you shouldn't be able to buy from the shop in another country like that you're visiting.
Okay.
But when I went in to so I was able to access the shop. And when I went into it, it did have the Canada modifier price on it, so it was there for 9,000 crystal keys.
Okay.
But so I left it alone. I had a little bit of like FOMO and panic, and I didn't want them to run out before I got home. I just actually checked before the show. There's 46 left, and I've been home for a couple of days, so I guess they didn't sell it as quickly as I thought they would.
Right.
So I waited out on that, but the Shirley Barista Cubie, that I certainly didn't wait for. Because I saw there was a timer on it when it was going to sell out, and you wouldn't be able to access it anymore. And I figured it was the same Cubie coin price no matter where you are in the world. So I just forked up the Cubie coins and bought that.
And you were able to buy them there then, obviously.
Yeah. I was able to buy the blueprint there, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you were able to access the store, just not the resources or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
And of course, I wasn't able to get to a print shop. I guess I fitted onto the one in Santa Cruz. Like if you scroll down to the bottom of that lake on your right there.
This lake?
Yeah, that lake. And with your mouse cursor, like if you actually go up a bit. So basically where you hit that drop down box, there's a little town, if you just take your mouse a little bit above the shoreline in Santa Cruz, you just went over it.
Santa Cruz, okay.
Yeah, so right there, if you scroll in right where your mouse is, you can see Magdalena. I always say that wrong, I'm sorry, everyone, Magdalena. But just to the below Santa Cruz, it's 2 towns below it, and that's exactly where I was staying, in that town.
There we are. Okay, so you're all the way over here. All
yep.
Right.
So yeah, just 2 towns below Magdalena, that's where I was staying, like to the south.
Yeah, nothing.
So nothing really out there. It's still the POI still from the devs.
Yeah. Huh.
But it was definitely playable. Like you have a little bit of difficulty with some events, and if you need to get right, but you could definitely get enough resources in order to start building up your area in order to make your area like a lot more playable.
Yeah. No, definitely new players can start and build up and place white bolts, build out some of these areas. And likewise, I imagine that the map that we're getting, because it's not, it's just, it's a third-party map. It's not from the developers that we're looking at here. There's probably a lot of vaults on here that are in game but not showing on the map as well, right? Or do you think I assume there were a few vaults around you.
Oh yeah. Again, I had an issue with getting mobility, so I only had mobile access on my phone for 3 days. So one of those days, I did walk around the town a bit, just while like my brother-in-law went to get his haircut. Yeah. So I was able, like, just from the small walk from where I was staying to the barbershop he chose, was maybe 10-minute walk away. I was able to hit 10 vaults, and 2 of those were blues. So, and the town I would say is like about the size of like Stratford, Ontario, about 30,000 people. So I didn't go all over the entire town, but there was like quite a bit of vaults. Like I was actually surprised with how many vaults I was able to hit.
Oh, good.
Cool. Yeah, that's good if you ever need to go to the Philippines. And when's their national holiday? Out of curiosity.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. I think that's in September. Jeez, I shouldn't even like ballpark it.
Okay. I was just wondering if you had any chance of picking up their national QB at all. But
June 12th, so yeah, way off from September. So that's when they mark their Independence Day, is on June 12th. It's a most celebrated day in the world, Independence Day for colonial powers.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I really know about the Philippines history is Corregidor Island over here.
Is which island, sorry?
Corregidor Island, right over here by Manila. Right there.
Oh, okay.
That's where MacArthur ran away from, Philippines.
Okay, yeah. No, it's funny you bring up MacArthur. So I didn't do a whole lot of Cubieverse playing when I was there. Was doing a lot of sightseeing. And one place we went to was Villa Esquadara. Again, I'm probably murdering that name. This is a family that had bought a lot of artifacts over the times. And now they have this villa where they've got a museum on there. They actually have two museums. One where it's like World War II and before, all the way going back to actually like they've got some bone artifacts from like Ming Dynasty and whatnot in their museum. But they had this set up to was it Douglas MacArthur? Was that his name? And big liberator there for like the Philippines and helping clean up shop basically after World War II because the Japanese had come in there. So there was so much history, and I was able to go through there with one of my godfathers on my wife's side, and he was just explaining all the history of the Philippines, and it was just an amazing place to go, and nice tourist attraction too. And they have these hydroelectric falls there, and it was crazy that they had this restaurant at the base of the fall. So you're sitting in the river that's created over these man-made falls, and it's just a buffet where you can go up and eat sisig, which is chopped up meat and spiced and seasoned nice, and whole chickens and fish, and you're just stuffing your face with your feet in a foot of water. It was amazing. Like everything that I did on this trip was amazing. And this was probably my fifth time. Yeah, my fifth time going to the Philippines, and each time I'm there, just blown away with the beauty of it and the things that you can do.
So you're saying after Toronto, next city event takeover to be Manila?
Oh, geez. That'd be cool. You have to definitely fly in for that, and that just to warn you is probably one of the most expensive flights I've ever done anywhere in the world. It's not just like hopping on a plane and heading down to Cuba.
Okay, so you're not recommending that. Okay.
Not for now. Like I think they definitely need to build up the Philippines a little bit more. Because I'd seen some chatter that they want to get some ambassador events on the go there, and I think that would be a good place to start. Get the ambassador events out, get some interest spurring in the game, and get some more trade checks and stuff popping up. I'd love to see those rural areas, with a little bit more density. So, but Rachel's saying he's in for a Manila event, so. Yeah, maybe we can all tag along with him.
Yeah,
check it out.
All right.
So,
because I know Manila is called like the Pearl of the Orient, right? So it's excellent. It sounds like it's an excellent city to visit. Not that I've ever.
Oh yeah, yeah, and like it's dense too. So as far as doing a city event and Like I don't know how they but I heard like they team up with businesses and that's how you have a certain location that you head to. So there's definitely a lot of locations in Manila. Like it's a big city. I think it's in the top 5 most densely populated cities on the planet too. So there's just people, people, people. It's a lot of energy in that city.
All right. So there should be more. Should be more trade shots.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so it's up to MJ Pearl, I guess, to be the ambassador while she's there and start promoting.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess so. Yeah. She's in the conference and things here. She's watching with my son from the Philippines.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. So, is there anything else you want to discuss in regards to the Philippines before we move on?
Yeah. I think like because I wasn't out playing so much, I was definitely in the auction house a lot more. So because I did, like I said, I dropped my headquarters off there, and I part of my plan for putting the coffee shop down, the Tim Hortons down back in Canada, which I finally did yesterday when I got home. But I'm going to be promoting the game and letting people know you can play this awesome game I've been playing for years and get some Timmy's gift cards. And I want to start helping people do construction in my town and build up my community. So I'm buying construction cubies. So now I've got 4 construction teams up to, but not including the Nail Gun Kelly. So like I was buying Susie cubies, I was buying the Lunatica cubies. Those were a struggle. Like I was getting into bidding wars while trying to pay attention to being in paradise. But was doing a lot of Hail Mary bids where I just tossed down like 3,000-4,000 cubic coins. Some I think even went as high as like 5,000 or 6,000. But that was one of my goals while I was in the Philippines was to get 4 complete construction. So I've got the Tony, the Willie, the Luna. I think those are all the common, and then I've got the QB, the Sally, and the Foreman. So I think 6. So that 6 times 4. So I've got 24 construction cubies now. So that was just a point of pride that I was able to complete that and have a mission accomplished while I was in the Philippines.
Nice. Yeah, that's good because I know there's times where we're in town, we're driving around and we say, "Hey, look, there's a construction cubie here," and start throwing your stuff in. But like we threw something in the pizza restaurant that's going up here in downtown London, but they've got my cubies for like 2 weeks or so. So I need I need a couple teams for when I'm finding stuff like that, just as you say, right, to help out.
It's a good idea.
And not just one team. And likewise, if I want to start building right now something, I'd be like, oh wait, all my A guys are working on this other project right now. So having 4 teams would be good. So for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So I think that was about it because it was just having that panic over the coffee shop. But one of the first things I did once I was back in Canada with access to Bell was bought that blueprint, and then I just kind of sat for a few days. I guess I wasn't in that much of a hurry to get out and do it, and finally put it down yesterday.
So it's you're starting to build then your coffee shop.
Yeah, starting to build my coffee shop. So I think that's what like 15 days to get her done. So, and I don't know how, but when I came home, I had 2 yellow keys as builder rewards. So I didn't contribute anything in the Philippines when I was there. So I was wondering if it was just like last minute stuff that I was doing here in July, but I didn't think I was that active.
You had 2 yellow keys as the reward?
Yeah. You might have got them from
I did the claim all. I don't know how many boxes I had that gave this out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I suspect.
That was a nice little surprise.
Did you put anything in the Philippines? Like, did you build?
No, nothing. I didn't make any donations. I didn't contribute any workers. Like I didn't see any build sites or nothing like that. I don't know if it was just me being graced with my presence there.
Who knows? Yeah, well, I guess you can always go on to the Cubieverse wiki and see where you placed.
The leaderboard.
Leaderboards history. Uh, check that out.
That's a good point.
And check your placements, right? So. Because that.
I think that was about everything for my month in the Philippines, and just like I said last week to say Adventure Road. This is one of the first times I've been this far behind. Only on like level 2 or 3, and normally I'm quite a bit ahead. Roll reversal there with Magic Dragon. I saw in our local Discord chat he snagged his Adventure Road 5 hours or 6 hours before it closed.
I think you said 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours and 10 minutes I had left.
Yeah, now you're at level 7, so I keep up a good work. You always like give me
with this game, I'm all over the place, right? It all depends what's going on with the kids, on how far I get out, or how much time I have to walk myself to get the stuff around Dorchester. It's been a good week.
So, in regards to that, Adventure Road and the map, there's been a couple of quests lately where you need to equip a cubie of a certain class.
Yeah.
And I think that the search function on that is bugged in game. Because I've tried to search it. The last one came up, and it was to put up a. Let me just quickly look here in game.
Was it a warrior?
Warrior is what I'm thinking.
No, I think there was it a dancer maybe? There was a
dancer was there.
Dancer recently, and I do that, and all my cubies are up. And when I look at the class, they've all show the same icon on your cubies. Like every single one of them shows a class where it's like almost like a professor, where it's the guy with glasses and a tie. And so I had to go to the wiki to find out which ones were what classified as a dancer in the wiki, until I eventually and from there I was like, oh, okay, a hula cubie is a dancer, which made sense. And put that one, and I got it. But then there was one saying that before that, like a certain class, and it looks to me like in game, as I'm looking at right now, all of them have the same icon, and of probably I don't know, maybe it's a worker icon on every single one of them. So the filter's not working on that. So that looks like a bug.
Oh.
So.
Just the icons, though. But you can still sort them in the filter, but the icon's different?
Well, you can't sort them in game, right? Like,
I always sort mine, like, in my filter always works, so I think I'm missing what you're saying.
Well,
I think you're just
right now.
like experiencing a bug, right? Have you tried reporting this in Discord?
I've not. I'm just
okay.
Discussing it now with you guys to see if I'm if you've got the same issue.
I get what you're saying. I think I do understand that. Like that icon there, like whenever you click on something, it's just showing all your cubies with that specific icon.
Yeah. Like looks like all in game currently, all workers are all cubies are classified as workers from a search engine perspective, or so.
Mm-hmm.
And they're showing the worker one. So, yeah.
That's odd. I've never experienced anything like that, but I'll definitely keep my eye open on it. I use that search function all the time.
Like, I'm not normally searching on the class, only when that comes up in like Adventure Row as a quest. And I noticed that a couple weeks ago with one of them, and I thought, oh, maybe I just did that wrong or whatever. But then this time it came up again. It was like the same thing. So yeah, it is what it is. So, anyways,
yeah, I haven't noticed it myself, but I'll be watching closer.
Yeah. For sure. So
Rachel is saying it's a bug that happened and fixed by restarting the app.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know I've restarted my app multiple times, and every time that shows up. So, I don't know. Anyways, it's one of those things out there. So hopefully they'll get that one figured out. No biggie.
Yeah.
So, and then other thing I kind of wanted to bring up, discuss with you guys, was in our local Discord. We were chatting, and somebody's like, "Hey, I don't have the time to get enough crystal key or cubic coins every week in order to convert to crystal keys." Because they were like, "How do I get enough crystal keys to support the event doing Adventure Road every month plus being able to build?" So I did some math, and I based it on 600. If you put a green key in, you should be able to get 600 cubic coins every time, right? And we need 9,000 cubic coin to convert every week. That works out to 15 green keys is what you would need to convert. Which, and I do believe as well, if you put it on hunter mode, you can average well above 600 or something.
Right.
But that really, it works out to being then you just need to do a little over 2 green user vaults a day. Hopefully you have 2 green user vaults in a day to hit that number, which means that, it's not that great of a time commitment to get what you need, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think about that from an ability to hit the 9,000 you need to convert every week. Or let me ask you the other first question to start with: are you guys converting cubic coin into crystal keys as much as you can? And then likewise, I know when Tim Hortons is up and running, will you be doing that conversion weekly as well?
Well, for me,
go ahead.
For me, I convert crystal keys every week. Keep coin to crystal keys every week. But I didn't buy a coffee shop. Bunch of O'Brien's did. I'm a relaxed player. Like I can't be a player, right? So I know it's going to take me longer than I'm not going to be the first one to produce anything, build anything. I've got, I think I have 2 blue user vaults and 2 white user vaults right now that I'm leveling up, and I still got 2 more white user vault blueprints that I was able to buy, but I haven't put them down yet because I just can't build everything right now. So I'm just taking my time, right? Not everyone can play the game exactly the same way. But so I get in enough every week that I can convert into crystal keys for all and for building.
Right.
Yeah. So, like you said, everyone plays it a bit differently. I'm probably just going to keep doing crystal keys as much as I can. I like being able to take it out. I consider it as a version of cash because I am a builder. So that's money that I don't need to put into the game. I'm not so much of a Timmy's drinker, or to consume Tim Hortons. Like I'll go there maybe once a month. So I might try the export on Tim Hortons maybe in the next month or two. But even with my lack of commitment to Tim Hortons, I know there's plenty of other people out there that do use it. So that's why I went ahead and built the coffee shop. Plus, I wanted those consumables, right? Those are pretty cool that you can drink a drink and get specific paint that you need to go building or printing.
Right.
For sure. So I guess
with me, like what I meant by I convert my crystal key so that I can buy Adventure Road every month. That's my main goal right now. I still have. I'm looking right now. I have 9,470 crystal keys.
right.
And because I'm not spending them to buy the blueprints and stuff that I need to build.
Right.
So I'm spending them for Adventure Road. That's my goal right now.
So you guys are both.
And I've never put a cent into the game. I don't plan on putting any money into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like to the point of not being able to make enough Cubie coins, like I think again it just all depends how much you go out. Like even if you don't have greens, if you've got access to 5 blues, if you do those 5 blues twice a day, like once and then reset happens and you do it again,
yeah.
That should be enough. Like 7 days a week, just doing 10 blue vaults, that should be enough to net you at least 10,000 or 9,000 or whatever your country modifier is that you need for cubic coin to crystal key conversion. But if you miss a day or two, it might catch up with you, and then you don't get your export that week, and then you might think it's silly or stupid. But this game too is just to get you off the couch and get you playing, and I really do believe that just playing this game, you should be able to make relatively enough to participate in an event or two, and then hopefully build up your area, and then maybe next year you can participate in more events. But this isn't anything that just happened for any of us. We all built up our area. The Cubieverse was empty on day one, so we had to build everything that exists there.
Yep, that's absolutely true. Yeah, so you guys are like me, where you're pretty much converting Cubie coins into crystal keys or rewards as much as you can, and you're not finding an issue kind of having enough coin to do the conversion. Because obviously we went into the game with more coin, but a new player likewise shouldn't feel at this point that they're unable to make that conversion weekly if you're putting in an effort to play the game, because that's the thing is, of course, you gotta put a little bit of time in to play the game, but it's not like you have to go around and collect 1,500 white vaults in order to get enough Cubie coin every week, because that's the thing, right? You could collect 1,500 white vaults to get enough Cubie coin, or you can do 15 green vaults, which I think is the same amount of keys and should result in the same amount, or approximately the same amount of Cubie coin, right? Obviously,
right.
The green, you've got one roll, so it's a little bit more luck dependent, but it should all balance out. So
yeah.
Yeah, and that's just generating Cubie coins, right? Like you can also take other people's Cubie coins in the auction house. Like by playing, you're going to gain resources. So once you have access to the auction house, make sure that you're selling. And I'm not a whale by any means. I carried over a bunch of Cubie coins when I came into the Cubieverse, but I spent them almost immediately. And I'm always spending my Cubie coins. I think I'm down to 20,000 right now. So there are weeks where I'm sweating a little bit, and I'm like, I better go out and hit a couple greens, otherwise I'm not going to hit my conversion this week. But But again, that's just my play style. It's like I buy anything I can get my hands on.
And I panic when I get down to 900,000 cubic coins. I start to panic. It's like my keys are the same. I keep 15,000 white. I keep 3,000 blue. I keep as many green as I can. At least 20 yellows. I don't know. I just don't spend the stuff like I should or could. But I want to be ready for what I do. Right?
You want to feel wealthy by having that sort of stuff in your account.
Yeah.
Right? You feel wealthy, right? And you're not comfortably poor. Where Lionheart feels like I've got it. I'm going to spend it, and I don't need to feel wealthy because I'm getting enough coming in. Right? And I guess
I do have a lot of cubies, and I do have a lot of resources. So
for sure. Yeah, and then you're in the top 50 for QB collectors, are you not, Lionheart?
I'm in the 60 to 70 range right now. But give a shout out to a local London player, RX Wings. I'm always battling with her. We just have friendly banter in like private message where she's like, "Oh, you're catching up to me," and then all of a sudden she jumps ahead a few positions again. So but there's still some epics I need to get. Like I got a fire epic, fire dragon. I need to get. I need to get the Necro still. I know Manel was in chat last night asking me if I have one yet, and then I said no, I haven't found one for 25,000. So if anyone's got a Necro for 25,000, I'm buying.
Hey, I'm in there. I'm in there for 26.
Yeah.
I'll take 26.
Oh, great.
Awesome. All right. Well, coming up on an hour at this point. I don't know if you guys anything you guys want to add topic wise.
No, just the ambassador program's been taking off pretty good. I see lots of meetups like almost every week now, and I think we've got one coming up in London at the end of the month.
Yeah, we got one set up for London for the 24th here. Starts at 4:30 in the afternoon. Goes for 6 hours. So with that, we'll be able to do before and after the reset. That was the intention at the time. Hopefully, people can come into town and take advantage of that. But yeah, August 24th. So far, we've got 900 that have shown up as attending. Plus, there's in one of those, actually two of those, are people I've never heard of before. So that's that's great as well. People that seem like they're active around the Discord. So good way to meet.
Right on.
So for sure.
Cool, and I think Toronto's got one on the 25th, don't they?
I heard they were doing something like that too, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, they're just coming up all over the place, so it's pretty cool.
Okay. Well.
So yeah, I think that's everything for me.
That's everything for me.
All right. Well, please remember to like, subscribe, comment below, and all that other YouTube stuff. And that's it for us into the Cubieverse. Okay. Bye-bye.